Hello, my name is Victor, and I'm here to show you guys how to convert your bike to an electric bike, or if you're thinking about making an electric bike, some thoughts you should consider when you're choosing your bike and how you would do that. I'm going to give you a close-up on the bike and the reasons why I chose this model, which is the Genesis V2100. Right. The one downside for choosing a mountain bike is the tires have really bad rolling resistance. So I went to Walmart and I got low rolling resistance street tires. This one right here, it's more meant for a cruiser bike. I like it for the front, however when I get the motor and I have my lithium set, it will probably peel out a little bit just because of how much power it has. So I found this one at Walmart and I like this one a lot better. It has a harder rubber, so it won't wear out as easy, and it's got like 5 coatings of Kevlar. I believe that one's only got 1 or 2. So this one's really good, and I've got run flats on the inside of this one. So I think that this is going to be the tire I'm going to upgrade to on both sides, and that's what makes this a hybrid mountain road bike. One of the reasons why I chose this bike for this conversion is because it has 26-inch wheels, which it has enough torque to get it to roll faster than a 20-inch tire. I was wanting to do 29, but they didn't have full suspension, which is something you need when you're in Neosho going up down hills, and the roads are pretty rough. It comes with disc brakes, and it has really good like the locking washer and the front fork are really sturdy, which is what you need if you're going to use a hub motor in the front. If you're going to use a hub motor in the back, which I could on this one as well, it has a really sturdy fork back here as well with a good locking washer. That is where most of the problems happen in electric bikes. You can twist the wheels right off the frame. Other than that, it's just really comfortable to ride around. It's pretty visible and it looks pretty cool. These are the parts that I've ordered from eBay online here. This is a 36 volt 800 watt electric hub motor I got from eBay. It came with a kit. It came with this battery bag. This is the controller right here. Here's the throttle, the wiring harness for it, two brakes here, and they can even use the regular brakes right here. You can still wire them up like that. This is the main head unit. It does come with a lock and key to prevent people from stealing your bike. It has a power indication and a nice heads-up display. I bought these batteries on eBay as well. I think I spent about 50 bucks for the batteries. The reason why I went with the lead acid batteries instead of lithiums is mainly pricing right now. This is just getting it to work, and then it'll be my way to get around town for a little while. The chrome batteries, they have a higher voltage, and they're honestly the cheapest battery that I could find that also gave the most power. The kit was about $260 for the 800 watt system. This is the front hub motor. It doesn't have a cassette on the side, and this one unfortunately does not allow for disc braking on it, which is kind of the downside to it. One thing that you should consider when sizing your motor is that legally they have to be under 20 miles an hour to work. However, I live in a very hilly place, so I decided to go with a bigger motor. It's an 800 watt system. I'm eventually wanting to get a Chryslite 2000 watt system, or I might do a chain drive instead of a hub motor. Alright, so that was a brief explanation of the reasons why I chose this bike, and if you have any questions or anything, you can leave it in the comments below. Just comment on the questions that you have. Subscribe if you want to follow up on my build. I'll also do some videos of some rides on just electric rides, and then also some mountain biking rides, because it's one of the reasons why I have a mountain bike with hybrid tires. Okay, so I'm going to be installing this real quick. I'm not really going to videotape that because it's pretty easy to do. You just need to put these screws on here. You just open it up and place it right on here. And then I'll show you the next step after doing that. Okay, I've got the head unit for the bike installed. And here's my cycling computer that I have. I am going to eventually get a Cycle Vision, which is, I believe, the electric. It shows all the electric motor details and stuff. I got this mounted on here. It was a little harder than I thought it would have been. I've got the Hall Effect throttle right here. I'm going to get new grips here for the handlebars. Installed this one, and I went ahead and removed the whole thing to my gears in the front, because even without the electric motor, when I was riding, I didn't go below the third sprocket on this side right here, because I just ride a little bit faster than most people, I guess. I've got all of this wired up to back here where I'm going to get a battery tray. I'm going to get it at Walmart. I've got it ready to test right here from my batteries. One thing that is very helpful is 4-inch zip ties from Walmart. They were about $1.50 or so, and it helps keep everything a little bit neater. It looks a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to show you what it does. That's on, and that's my power indication. And then you have on with lights. What I thought were blinkers are not, but that is quite bright, as you can see. And everything works fine. And this right here is for the horn. It's a green button, which is decently loud. And then that's how you turn your electric bike on and off. Comes with 2 keys. Alright, and then the next part, we'll probably be working with mounting the batteries and the controller, which will go on a rear rack right here. I'm probably going to use the ones that go off the back tire, like the back brace right here, instead of over here, because I have suspension and my seat's also really low, so I don't know if I would be able to put it here and get away with it. On another note, whenever you do get your electric hub, go ahead and tighten these, because they don't have them tightened at all. And if you hit anything too hard, you're going to end up bending the rim or bending a spoke, which is decently expensive. And then I'll probably test this here pretty soon on the system, as soon as I can get the tire and the disc brakes off of the bike right there. Okay, I've got the main, like the switch and the lights here mounted. I also went ahead and put on the electric motor. It's like putting on a regular bike tire. You do have to tighten the spokes on this one because it didn't really come tightened. Making sure that everything goes on the right way. That way it spins the right direction. You definitely do want to test it, so set up a way to test it so you can see the way it rotates. With this one, my lock washers wouldn't work, so I just tightened those especially tight, and it should hopefully be fine. I tested the motor, and it's nowhere near as fast as I thought it would go, so I don't think it'll produce enough torque to actually cause too much harm to my bike. This right here is my magnetic pickup for my bike computer right here. It tells me the speed. That one was tricky to work. You're supposed to only have 1 millimeter of clearance, and I have a good, I don't know, I'd say have about 3 centimeters or so of clearance there. However, it seems to still work and turns everything on. I've run the wiring from the motor back over here where I got a Walmart mount to go right here to my seat post. And here's the controller right here, and I'm already started wiring up the motor. These are the Hall effect sensors here that tell the motor's position. The wires, I don't know if it's easy to pick up on camera, but they look almost identically colored. And if you get these two in the wrong spot, it'll like buzz. If you hear that sound, then you just have to switch them around because you got them wrong. I believe it has a built-in fuse into this unit right here. So I didn't wire one in yet, and all I have to do is the batteries, and then we're probably going to do a test run. So I just need to finish hooking up some of these wires right here. Okay, so I've got the batteries mounted up and the controllers all mounted up, and it's charging right here. It's pretty self-explanatory how to hook everything up. If you have any questions, you can always post them in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. But now it's just ready to go on a test drive as soon as it gets charged up a little bit, and then we'll see what it can do.